Now, what is the best way to pay respects to the old ways of Warframe? Is it running with an old Tower 4 Void Key? If only that was an option. Is it maybe running raids? Stop it, Potato, stop it. I'm going for all of the fields today, boys. All of the fields. But it's okay, dry your eyes. Maybe something could arrive pretty soon into the game to fill that void. Maybe, maybe not. Now, Falcha and welcome on in. According to the Codex, the best way to pay your respects to the old ways in Warframe is by beating the holy hell out of enemies with the Nkondi. An oldie but a goodie are electric nunchaku. So break out your Bruce Lee Tenno, run outside, get 2 pieces of wood, tie them together with a little bit of rope and pretend that you know how to bloody use them before smacking yourself in the face or in the nuts, while then looking around to see if anyone just seen what just happened while you're lying on the ground trying not to cry. And don't pretend that you didn't do that as a kid. I know you did. I think pretty much everyone at some point in time had a fake nunchaku that you ran around with. Me, 2 potatoes, bit of string, twirling them round, knocking myself into the middle of next week. Now, 2015 is when this weapon was added into Warframe. 2015, almost 4 years ago. But following up on the comments from some of you that you made on my last few videos on the Dark Split Sword and of course the Dual Ichor as well, I thought that these would definitely fit into that role of non-meta weapons that are really good and are still more than capable of killing anything in Warframe. They've just fallen behind other melee weapons in terms of, I guess, being super overpowered. But they still do the job, more than do the job, and with the right setup, and I guess with the right Riven as well, they can absolutely destroy, because they have got a maximum Riven disposition. Now, what's so good about the Nkondi? And why are they not used as much as some of our more popular melee weapons? I guess range always plays a huge factor in players selecting what melee weapon to bring, whether they choose to use a short range weapon or not. I mean, why would you use something with a short range when you can take a polearm or a heavy blade that can swipe 8 or 9 enemies in one blow? That's kind of the mentality that we find ourselves in right now in Warframe. I guess you would use these, the nunchaku, for fun, right? Just for fun. Maybe because they're actually quite powerful. Now, the Nkondi is an electric based weapon. It deals electric damage, which means you already have one status effect to start your elemental combo off. And it can reach 100% status chance, which of course is perfect for a condition overload build, which is always feckin' nice to run with. However, the stance that the Nunchaku uses, Atlantis Vulcan, has multi-strike combos. So this means you can hit more than once with one attack. One of the attack combos, called Molten Whirlpool, can hit 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 times with one swing, which is absolutely amazing for stripping armor, for building up your combo counter really quickly, spreading those status effects and making the most out of your condition overload. And because of the sheer amount of multi-strikes you get with this weapon, you can make the most out of the Nunchaku's crit chance. I know, sounds stupid, it's only got 10% crit chance at base, which looks bad, but because of those multi-strikes, like I said, it means you're going to increase your chance of getting a critical hit. So Berserker is a really nice option, or you could choose to build your Nunchaku for a combination of Condition Overload and Blood Rush, go for that hybrid build, not to mention if you get lucky with the absolute perfect Riven. Now, from what I understand, having a crit percent on slide attack Riven combined with maybe range is ideal for the Nunchaku, simply because of the multi-strikes. The Nunchaku hits 3 times on a slide attack with that Tidal Conflagration attack, which is insane. So this is definitely a great spin to win weapon. So if you can increase that by having a Riven that has a crit percent on slide attack mixed with range, then it's going to be really, really nice to run. But if you don't like using a Riven, if you're one of those players who is dead set against Rivens and hates the idea of Rivens, then you could take advantage of the Naramon Voidstalker focus ability that can increase your crit chance by 50% for 20 seconds before, of course, that 50% decays back down to 0. Using this means that your Nkondi will red crit, which will make Berserker more than viable because it will proc all the time. It will strip armor, build up your combo fast, and of course pretty much melt anything during that 20-second window. The Nkondi are definitely one of those melee weapons that fly completely under the radar. They are incredibly good well worth your time, more than worth your time. Like I said, they've just fallen down the pecking order behind those incredibly powerful melee weapons we use right now. If you're new to Warframe and you're looking to get your hands on these, they are Mastery Rank 0. The blueprint is in the store for 20,000 credits, but you need an Argon Crystal, which might be hard for new players to acquire unless you get another player to taxi you to the required node to get that Argon Crystal, which I wouldn't really recommend, but it is definitely worth getting your hands on this weapon. Now, what other weapons fits this mold? The non-meta weapons that are still incredibly good, we've just kind of fallen out of love with them. Give me a secondary or a primary weapon to look at for the next video, because this, I think, is my third melee weapon that I've now covered. Do me a huge favour, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks so much for watching.